Namaste viewers. Today we will move to session 13. Exercise 3.4. We'll be solving question number 2. The first and second subdivision we will do. And this solution is based on elimination method, which we saw in the last session. You will be solving the linear equations by using the elimination method. Now, one thing you should remember, whatever method we use, we will be getting the same solution. Okay, it will not produce a change in the value. Okay, it is your comfortability and your application. You can choose any method you want, but at the same time, if it is mentioned that you have to solve by this method, means you have to do only by that method. In question number 2 also it is given that you have to solve only by elimination method. Okay, in all the 4 or 5 situations given to you, first you have to get the linear equations and you have to solve it by using elimination method. Okay, now before we move on to the session, I would like to tell you, some of you have asked me a lot of questions. These questions were answered, okay, through mail or through WhatsApp. And there was also one more question. Please take up chapter 4. That will be taken after linear equations is completed. Okay, we have got few more sessions to go to complete linear equations. Once that chapter is over, I'll be taking up quadratic equations. Okay, now we will move on to the question. The question says, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction becomes 1. Okay, reduces to 1. If becomes half, if only we add 1 to the denominator, what is the fraction is the question. Okay, so the fraction sum always you should have numerator, denominator, fraction. Okay, now numerator is x and denominator y, means the fraction is x by y. Are you understanding? In the first situation, we are adding 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. So what do we have? We are adding 1. So x plus 1 divided by denominator, we are subtracting 1 from the denominator. The fraction becomes 1. This is situation 1. Is it clear to you? So you can even mark like that, the first situation or the first case. Now you have to do the cross multiplication. You will get x plus 1 is equal to y minus 1. So you will get x minus y is equal to minus 2. This is equation 1. Are you understanding? Okay. Now we will verify the second situation. In the second situation, what do we do? It becomes half. If we only add 1 to the denominator, we are not going to do any change in the numerator. Okay. So it will be as it is. And the denominator we are adding 1. And the fraction becomes half. So what will happen? You will get 2x is equal to y plus 1. Correct? In that case, 2x minus y is equal to 1. Are you understanding? This y is coming to the LHS and 1 remains in the RHS. This is equation 2. Now we have to solve both the equations. I will be writing down both the equations in this manner, and then 2x minus y is equal to 1. Okay. Now if you look at the equations, the coefficient of y remains the same. So how can we eliminate it? Just by ordinary subtraction. So I write 1 minus 2 equal to. So 1 minus 2 means this becomes x minus 2x is going to give you minus x, and this get cancelled, and then this becomes minus 3. Therefore, your x is equal to 3 is the value for x. Are you understanding? Now you have to get the value of y. How do we get it? I can straight away get from here. Get from this equation or any equation, I can substitute the value of x and then get the value of y. Suppose if I substitute here, what will happen? X is 3 minus y is equal to minus 2. So here minus y is equal to, this 3 goes to the other side. So minus 2 minus 3 gives you minus 5. Therefore, y is equal to 5. Now tell me what is the fraction? Fraction is x by y, which is equal to 3 by 5. So you write here, therefore the fraction is equal to fraction equal to 3 by 5. Now the second subdivision. The second subdivision is an age sum. Okay, remember what all I said in the last session about the solving of age sums. Okay. Now in this case, 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. How old are Noori and Sonu? That is the question. Okay. Now as usual, we can have Noori's as x and Sonu's age as y. Okay. So Noori's age we have taken x and then Sonu's age as y. So here, as you said in the previous session, always in the age sum, past, present, future, all the three categories you have to enter in a neat tabular column so that you will not have any doubt. So what I am doing here, the present and then past and then future, I write in the same order. At present, they are of the age x and y. This is what you have to find out. Okay. Now, 5 years ago, so what will be Noori's age? X minus 5. What will be Sonu's age? He is y minus 5. Are you getting it? Now, 10 years later, that means it's going to come. Okay. So, the age will be x plus 10. Okay, suppose if you are 15 years old, 10 years later, what is your age? You have to add 10 to it, isn't it? The same thing I have done here. What was your age before 5 years when you were in 5th standard? We have to subtract 5 from it. Correct? Same thing I am doing here. So it must be y plus 10. Is it clear to all of you? So this is the first assumption. Now in order to get the equation, as I have already told you, the difference between the ages will be the same. But the ratio keeps changing every year. Okay. So 10 years, Noori was twice as old as Sonu. 10 years, 5 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago, Noori was twice as old as Sonu. From 10 years from now. Okay. She will be twice as old as Sonu. So in that case, past, your x minus 5, that is Noori's age, will be thrice as old as 3 into y minus 5. Are you understanding? Now we simplify this equation. X minus 5 is equal to 3y minus 15. So x comes to this side. X minus 3y is equal to 5 goes to the other side. Minus 15 plus 5 gives you minus 10. This is your equation 1. Are you understanding? Is it clear to you? Now you'll look at the future equation. So 10 years later. So 10 years later she is x plus 10, she is twice as old as Sonu. 2 times y plus 10. Correct? So if this is the case, you will get x plus 10 is equal to 2y plus 20. So what I have to do? I have to transpose the variables to one side and constant to the other side. So in which case, x 2y comes here. So I will get x minus 2y is equal to, the 10 goes to the other side. 20 minus 10 gives you just plus 10. This is your equation 2. Okay, are you understanding? So this is what I have got. Now here, obviously we can eliminate x. Correct? Obviously we can eliminate x. If you eliminate, what you have to do? You have to subtract. So if you subtract, this will get cancelled. So if you subtract, this becomes plus. So minus 3y plus 2y gives you minus y. And then here that becomes what? Minus. You will get 20 with a negative sign. Therefore, y is equal to 20. Are you understanding? Whose age is y? Sonu's age is 20. We have got. Now we have to get x. That is Noori's age. So what any one of these equations you can substitute. I will take the equation x minus 5 is equal to 3y minus 15. So if I take it, I will get x minus 5 is equal to, what is 3y? It is 65. 3y, 3 into 20 gives you 60, and then this is minus 15. So I will get x minus 5 is equal to 45, and then it is x is equal to 5 goes to the other side, we will get 50. So Noori's age is 50, Sonu's age is 20. Now shall we just substitute in the situation as it is? We have got the present age of Noori as 50 and Sonu's as 20. Now 5 years before, what will happen? Noori will become 45, isn't it? Noori's age will be 45 and Sonu's age will be 15. The equation says it is thrice. So 15 thrice 15 gives you 45. It tallies. 10 years from now, when the 10 years, this becomes 60 and this becomes 30. So obviously 60 is thrice 20. Okay. So, sorry. See, 10 years, this becomes 60, this becomes 30. In that case, 60 is 2 times that of 30. Are you understanding? So, you get the answers correctly. Okay. Now, you cannot leave like this. How you have to write? The answer statement. How do you write? Noori's age. Noori's age at present is 50 and Sonu's age at present is equal to 20. So you have to leave the answer and then end up the sum like this. Is it clear to you? Children, we will do the fourth sum. Okay, fourth subdivision. In this sum, Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000 from her accounts. Okay. She asked the cashier to give her only rupees 50 and 100 rupee notes only. Are you understanding? So the 2000 rupees can be given in any way, no? 2000 rupees note, 500 rupee notes, and all in 10 rupees, all in 20 rupees, all in 100, in whatever way we want, the bank will give. Okay. So she asked the cashier to give her only rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes only. Okay, that is the main message that you have to understand. Okay. Meena got 25 notes in all. So here the 25 notes is not the value, it is only the number of notes, including that 50 rupee notes and 100 rupee notes together. She got only 25 notes. Okay. Now find how many notes of rupees 50 and how many notes of rupees 100 she received is the question. Okay. Now as usual, you should have two columns, x and y. What are these x and y? Let x be the number of notes for rupees 50. So I write number of 50 rupee notes. and y will be number of 100 rupee notes. So you have to understand this. Clear? So I have taken x to be the number of 50 rupee notes and y to be 100 rupee notes. Now, if I take x 50 rupee note means, what is the value of that 50 collection? Can you tell me? If I have taken 50 rupee notes, some x, okay, then what will be the value of all these 50 rupee notes? Can anyone tell me? It is 50x. Suppose if I take y 100 rupee notes, what is the value of this 100 rupee notes? It is 100y. Is that clear to you? First we have to understand these things very clearly. Are you getting it? So the first equation is x 50 rupee notes, each is worth 50 rupees means we get 50x as the value of this 50 rupee notes. Are you understanding? Plus, she got y 100 rupee note means the worth or the value of this 100 rupee notes will be 100y. Is that clear to you? And what is the total money she collected? It was rupees 2000. This is your first equation. Are you understanding? She totally got 2000. So 50 into x from 50 rupee notes, 100 into y from 100 rupee notes, so that the total value of the money she took from the bank is 2000, is balanced like this. Is it clear? Now, she got only 25 notes in all. It's not the money, it is the number of notes. That means x plus y is equal to 25 is the second equation. Are you understanding? Now how are we going to solve? We are going to use elimination method. Either you can eliminate x or you can eliminate y. That is your wish. I want to eliminate x. That means I have to multiply this second equation by 50. So if I multiply this by 50, what will happen? This x terms will be the same, or the LCM of 1 and 50 is 50. Okay. Now we have to multiply y term also, and we have to multiply this 25 into 5 also. Are you understanding? So shall we do that? So second equation by 50, multiplying by 50 I am doing. So that becomes 50x plus 50y is equal to 25 into 50. That gives a value 1250. This is equation 3. Are you understanding? I will be writing down the equation separately here. I have got 50x plus 100y is equal to 2000. That is the first equation. Now the third equation is 50x plus 50y is equal to 1250. That is the third equation. Now cancelling, you will subtract, isn't it? So both have got the same sign. I am subtracting. So how do I write it here? 1 minus 3. That is, I am subtracting equation 3 from 1. So I change the sign of this 50y also. I will get a 100y minus 50y gives you 50y. And then I am changing the sign of 1250 also. So that is negative. 2000 minus 1250 gives you rupees 750. Are you understanding? Is it clear to you? From which I have got y to be 750 divided by 50. I have got 15. Are you understanding? I have got 1500 rupee notes. Are you understanding? Now, from that I have to get the value of x. How do I get it? I know that x plus y is equal to 25. y I have got as 15 equal to 25. X is equal to 25 minus 15 gives you 10. That means I have got 10 50 rupee notes and 1500 rupee notes. Shall we just see whether it is correct or not? 10 50 rupee notes will give you how much? 10 into 50, it is 500. 1500 rupee notes will give you what? 15 into 100, it is 1500. So 1500 plus 500 gives you what? 2000. So your answer is right. Always you should check like this, especially in the application sums. You should check the values so that you can easily make out where you go wrong and you can correct it. Okay. So I have got final answer statement. How will you write? Therefore, the number of 50 rupee notes is equal to 10. The number of 100 rupee notes is equal to 15. That is your answer. You have to highlight your answer and finish it. Is that clear to all of you? So practice these sums once again. You will become perfect. Thank you. Wish you all the best.